Progress in talks over Manila hostage tragedy. HKTV head sues local news magazine over sexual assault story, and in Paris a police manhunt for a gunman. Good evening. Chief Executive Leung Chun-ying and the Philippine government said they had constructive talks concerning the 2010 Manila hostage tragedy. Vicky Kung reports. The government said today it will follow up seriously on criticisms from a consultancy it had hired for the free-to-air TV licensing issue. Diane To reports. Fueled by the free-to-air license saga, protesters unhappy with TVB's programming protested outside TVB City tonight. They called for a boycott of the TV station's anniversary show. The protesters urged TV viewers to switch off tonight's 2-hour show that celebrated TVB's 46th anniversary. There are no numbers yet on how many people actually watched tonight. Meanwhile, TVB announced that it has submitted an application to the Communications Authority for the renewal of its domestic free television program service license. Its existing license will expire after November 2015. The failed free-to-air TV license applicant Ricky Wong of Hong Kong Television Network is filing a libel case against East Week magazine. The publication accused Wong of sexually assaulting an employee. Wong issued a statement today insisting the allegations are false and calling the article political slander. The latest issue of East Week alleged Wong sexually assaulted a female subordinate in Shanghai 2 years ago. Over a phone interview, the magazine's chief editor rejected Wong's claims and told TVB News the company had sought legal advice before publishing the piece. Health authorities are looking into the case of a 3-year-old boy who died at Queen Mary Hospital on Sunday night. It is suspected that he contracted a serious case of pneumonia. Rani Santani reports. A manhunt continues in Paris for a gunman after a shooting at a newspaper office left one employee in critical condition. Prosecutors denied an earlier report in a Paris newspaper that an arrest had been made in the case. As James Aiken reports, police think the man is also behind 3 other attacks. The mayor of the Canadian city of Toronto has been stripped of most of his substantive powers by the city council after a string of scandals. But as Alan Buckney reports, further turmoil seems inevitable. Dramatic video footage released by Russian airline authorities showed the crash of a plane in Kazan Sunday that killed 50 people. The airport's closed-circuit television shows the plane coming down almost vertically before exploding when it hit the ground. The plane crashed during a second attempt at landing. The crash renews concerns about Russia's poor safety record as the country prepares to host the Winter Olympics in the southern city of Sochi in February. Tatarstan Airlines, the company the plane belonged to, insisted the aircraft was in good technical condition. And back locally, the Council on Smoking and Health wants to see a 100% rise in tobacco taxes next year. It says the move could make Hong Kong the world's first developed economy with a single-digit smoking prevalence rate. With a pack of cigarettes going for an average of $50 to $52 in local shops, Hong Kong's tobacco tax currently stands at between 65 and 68% of retail prices, figures that put Hong Kong behind other developed economies and slightly behind the minimum 70% tax recommended by the World Health Organization. The Council on Smoking and Health wants to radically change that picture. It advocates for a 100% hike in tobacco duties for the 2014-2015 fiscal year, a measure they say would result in a decline in smoking prevalence from the current 10.7% to single-digit figures in just 1 to 2 years. The rationale behind it is the basic economic rule that higher prices will curb demand. But the Hong Kong Council on Smoking and Health doesn't just think that tobacco taxes are an effective way to persuade smokers to quit. In fact, it is also convinced that expensive cigarettes will stop others from picking up the habit.
Prior to the tax raise in 2009, the smoking population for secondary students is 6.9%. And after the 2 tax raise, the figures has dropped to 3.4%. So this clearly shown that the tax raise has a real effect on young smokers.
The council also presented a survey by the School of Public Health of the University of Hong Kong, which shows wide support among non-smokers and ex-smokers for raising the tobacco tax. Joao da Silva, TVB News. And tonight's winning Mark 6 numbers are 12, 27, 35, 44, 47, 49, and the extra number is 36. To the weather now, mainly cloudy with an overnight low of about 16 degrees. The high will be around 21 degrees tomorrow. That's the news. Thanks for watching. Good night.